Hello everyone. Good afternoon. This is Stephanie Okafor from John Samuel Estate. Here with me is Tavlin Taneja, our Property Management Compliance Officer. Just as we mentioned last week, in the next couple of weeks, we will be going over some of the success stories we've had with our clients. Like you all know, and you'd all agree with me that experience is always the best teacher. I can come here and tell you what an amazing estate agent we are, or tell you we are 5-star, tell you we are members of this and that, but I don't think that's good enough for you to make your decision. You should make your decision based on our reviews, based on what we are doing, based on what our clients are saying. We've had a lot of success stories last week, but unfortunately we can only go over one or two or three of them in this video. And if you're going through similar situations, please feel free to speak to us, and we'll be I'm more than happy to help you with whatever problem that you might encounter. I do apologize for that. Okay, so Tavlin, I remember last week we had a case whereby the landlord wanted the property back. And I'm sure you all know that eviction is always the process that no one wants to go through, because
Absolutely.
sometimes you might be lucky, you might have a tenant
Yeah.
and tell them that, okay, this is time to exit, and they exit well, but while some are so attached and they don't want to leave. And so we had a similar case like that. If you want to tell our audience how we're able to tackle that when we issued the Section 21.
Absolutely. Just want to give everyone watching a brief understanding as to how we assisted that situation. So we had issued the relevant notice, but keeping in mind that whenever the property is to be left out, nobody wants to leave.
Absolutely.
So she started raising issues with ourselves and the landlord that this is not right, that this is not correct. You, all of the landlords, I believe, are watching, would be able to relate to this issue.
Absolutely.
But thankfully to Stephanie's work ethics, we were able to manage, because we had the evidence as to what and when the builders did their jobs. We were able to refer back. Even if she had involved the council, we had sent an email clearly stating all the proofs, made a proper folder, sent the proofs, and they closed the pending issue within 2 days, and it was all done.
Yeah, absolutely. And so can you all see why it's very important that when you keep records of all inspections, invoices, visits, because that is what helped us.
Yes.
And I remember that when the landlord received that notification from the council, she was a bit terrified. And I said, relax, don't worry, all will be well. We have evidences of all the works that had been carried out at the property.
Yes.
And that's what we did.
Yeah.
And Tavlin just got them all together and we sent them to the council, and it was closed within a matter of days, and that's all. We've left that behind us. So that's just the power of using the right agent. Like I said, it's not about saying who we are, what we are. It's all about, like they say, talk is cheap.
Yeah.
And we've just demonstrated that we do our works effectively, and that's why we were able to get that sorted. And secondly, how are we getting on with our inspections?
Absolutely well. I believe all of the landlords that are on board with us, all the properties that we manage on an everyday basis. So we do the inspection every quarterly. That would be every 3 months. And they're quite happy with the reports that we're sending and the inspections that we're doing. So basically, why we do the inspections is because to make the landlords be assured, just assure the landlords that, we're just not saying that we take care of your property.
Absolutely.
We really have the evidence for everything,
Exactly.
I have a law background, and that's my evidence of how we take care.
Absolutely.
It's because, to be honest, I've understood property management till a point that the tenants, they do sometimes give you a call that, this is leaking, that, my boiler's not working, or so on and so forth. But not all tenants are honest with us. So that's why, so the landlords are assured that they are leaving the properties with us to manage. So we are able to provide them the proper report as to each and every room, as to each and every appliance that they have provided in the property, what's the current condition on this date. We also send pictures.
Absolutely.
So I think it's pretty well.
Yeah, very well, and it's been really successful because, to be honest, management is also inspection is a very vital part of management. which sometimes when I speak to some landlords, they say they don't inspect their properties until after 12 months or even 2 years. And I'm thinking, how do you know what is going on?
Yeah.
So there's more to management than rent collection that people fail to understand. So that's just one of the things that we do thoroughly, which is our quarterly inspections. And like she said, it's been a great success. We've been able to pick things that the tenants even themselves are unaware of, and we've immediately alerted our landlords to get them fixed. And lastly was one of the very interesting one we had. What it is we had the landlord that wanted to rent a property out. I've just feel this before. She started thinking again. She wasn't sure if to give the house to the tenants. And then I just said to her, you know what? Why not? Why can't we just set up a meeting? I've met this lady personally. We've done all the due diligence. She seems like the right family, the right person for you. But if you're still unsure, why not meet this lady? Let's set up a meeting, and she comes into the office. You tell her your concerns, tell her your mind. It's like your baby because you were living in that property. And that's what we did. We set up a meeting. The tenants came, and she voiced out her concerns, what she's gone through, and why she needed to have this conversation. And it went really well. The tenant explained herself to us when it was like, it was just something different that I hadn't seen in many years. And they hugged at the end of the conversations. It was
that
like
was really
friends.
surprising.
Really surprising. But that went really well. She moved into the house. She settled in. Later on, she just had one or two things that she spoke to us about. And then we just told her how to kind of solve the matter, that trying to communicate more with the landlord, and she would be able to solve the issues. And that's what is happening. They're all, the last time she got, she said, oh, hello darling. That's what the tenant was saying. Yes. So she's so happy and so excited that she made the right decision with the right landlord, the right agent. And that's what it should be. It shouldn't be good tenant, bad landlord, and that's the stigma that people carry. So that's it for us today. I hope we have been helpful with our stories. And if you have any other stories that you're going through, situations that you would like to discuss with ourselves, we are available to give the advice. We are not obliged to take the advice, but we will be happy to provide the advice for yourself. And I think that's we done for today, and we'll see you again same time next week, and have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.